Okay, so we have Thomas on the left on green, yellow Yamato, and Mubai Thunder on the right on green Bonnie. So on one Dawn, on two Dawn. Wait. Oh, sorry. Players have moved quickly already. So Thunder has appeared to gone first. On one Dawn, he's dropped the Searcher Bonnie. Thomas on two elected to pass. Thunder on three Dawn tapped one to search with the Bonnie, looking like he found the ACOS kit. And then decided to attach one Dawn to his leader. Swinging six, Thomas takes, does not activate the trigger, and proceeds to pass over. Now Tommy with four Dawn looking to play something. Plays out a Hiyori for four, trashing the Hiyori, playing out a 5-cost character as per Hiyori's effect, in this case a Momonosuke. Momonosuke is a 5-cost blocker that on play can put a Land of Wano card face up to its owner's life, but in this case Thomas does not have any other Land of Wano characters on board, and as such the effect doesn't happen, so it's just a 5-cost blocker. Mubai taking his time to read the card. One second. Players just getting a quick rule clarification on how Momonosuke works. Thomas electing to swing 5, Yamato with the double attack. Mubai not really wanting to take the hit will decide to just counter 1k as well as using a Bonnie effect to tap down the Momonosuke. Turn is then passed to Mubai Thunder. Now on his 5 down turn, plays out Cavendish. Cavendish on play because his leader is Supernova, untaps 2. Thunder then tapping 1 to once again search with the Bonnie. Bonnie getting now the second card for the game, so going +1 so far. We'll look to make his selection. Supernova looks like he gets a 3-cost Bonnie, double checking if Bonnie can search Bonnie, but in this case tap searchers can search the cards with their same name. Adding to hand and just simply swinging 5 into Thomas. The Momonosuke now tapped, unable to block, and Thomas gives what seems to be a baby 5, or well, it looks like a vanilla counter with trigger of some sorts. Passing over it. Thomas now untapping on his 6th on turn. Yamato generally does look to play rather aggressive with its double attack, but to utilize this he would have to swing first with his leader to prevent the leader itself from being tapped for Bonnie's effect. Yamato then playing down a card of choice, believing this is a yellow Izo. Yellow Izo is, I believe, a blocker. apologies, just double checking on the EZO, as we were unable to find it on our database. But the EZO is a one cost, Dawn times one as a blocker, but on play gives your leader banish. So Thomas here swinging 7 banish after playing the EZO. Mubai doing some quick calculations to see whether or not it's worth taking this damage, as it would be 2 cards banished from his life. So looking like electing to counter 2k with Tashigi. Needs another 1000 counter in the Bonnie that was searched the previous turn. And Thomas passing the turn with a Dawn up. Move by here. Untapping with 7 Dawn himself. Arresting 1. Searching with the Bonnie for the 3rd time this game. Bonnie has now gone +3. Evaluating his options and choices. Choosing to take a 2000 counter, valuing raw counter power from hand against Yamato. Quite important, as Yamato as a leader has multitude of ways to rest your Dawn as well as your blockers. So Dawn up may not always be effective for your events, but rather just raw 2000 counter, always solid. He then proceeds to swing 6. With the Momonosuke again rested, Thomas decides to take a life, going down to 2. Unfortunately, does not hit a good trigger or anyone that he wants to activate. Thunder here, playing out the 5 cost secret Bonnie, a blocker. On play, if you have 8 or more rested total cards, you're able to draw 2 and trash 1 of them and untap a Dawn. Thunder here, trashing the 9 cost Shanks, a brick. He does not seem to value it too highly in this matchup, just wants to survive as long as possible. Swings 5 with the Cavendish. Thomas counters with a demonic Ashura, DMG for short. Once again, showing as previously stated, Yamato's ability to rest your active Dawns as well as blockers. So Mubai very wisely just prioritizing straight counter power, discarding bricks for counters. And with the 3 Dawn out of the 4 remaining, plays a Bonnie blocker, just further putting up more defense against Yamato, leaving 1 Dawn up for the leader ability of Bonnie and passing the turn. Thomas now, on his own turn, going to 8 with 2 life, does look down 2 blockers as well as the Dawn. Quite the challenge to get over as far as defenses go. We'll definitely have to look to pressure Thunder down lower in order to perhaps put him into lethal range. Yamato, known for its early game, very aggressive playstyle, looking to end games early, but Thunder here defending masterfully, keeping himself at 5 life with 2 blockers, with solid board development, and still a good grip of cards. Thomas here, swinging, zooming into Thunder. Leader doesn't want to block, instead taps down the Momonosuke for the 3rd time this game. And blocks with the Bonnie, 5k free block. Still 8 Dawn remaining for Thomas. Plays down an Electrical Luna, freezing all of Thunder's board that is currently rested. Electrical Luna, for 3 Dawn, being able to freeze or keep characters that are 7 or below rested until your next turn. So the Cavendish as well as the two Bonnies will not be able to untap. So Bonnie won't be able to search. Cavendish won't be able to swing to give Mubai the extra 2 Dawn. And the Bonnie will not be able to block on the following turn. Thomas then playing out another Ezo, attaching 3 to his leader, swinging in. AK Banish. Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Big B FPS, Big Bomb the Clock, JW Pepper, hello. Thank you for joining us today. Mubai here, AK Swing, still does not want to go down alive, using the Bonnie's effect to untap the Dawn, but nothing to tap, and then chooses to counter with the 2 Scratchman Apu that he had search off the Bonnie as well as cycled into off the Bonnie. And Thomas passes. Thunder here, reaching the end game, reaching higher Dawn with Bonnie. A deck notorious for its late game drops, and he's gotten here still with 5 life. And a solid amount of cards in hand. He did search that Eustace Kid. So if he does play it, we'll be able to artificially boost his leader to 8,000. And might be extremely difficult for Thomas to get over. But with only 9 Dawn, as well as no Cavendish, we will not be able to get the rest of Dawn. But with the 3-cost Bonnie on attacking, we'll be able to tap a Dawn. So, deliberating what he would like to do, play the Kid, get more aggressive, or an alternative. Does also have a carrot in his hand, but chooses to play the Kid and Killer first, looking top 5 for Supernova. Perhaps digging for other options. Bless you, whoever just sneezed. And yeah, hello Big B, how are you doing? I am quite well. Hopefully it is the same for you. But welcome everyone to the Spellbound Monday Heroines Cup. We'll be running 4 of these. The tickets are sold out, but if you come down early enough, might still be allowed or might still be able to play on the waiting list, so always worth a chance. Thunder here, swinging 6,000 at life. Thomas taking it, does hit a You Are the One Who Will Disappear, but unfortunately not on 0 life from this trigger, so will not trigger the heal effect. Mubai Thunder here, then tapping 6, bouncing back the Kid and Killer, and playing out a carrot to stun the Momonosuke. So carrot, another card that now on Mubai's turn stuns a 7 cost or lower character, and it does so on play and when attacking as well. So this Momonosuke essentially has not done too much this game, constantly being tapped down by Bonnie's leader effect as well as the carrot. So Mubai here developing another body that can swing in the law. Is currently not a blocker as he is not on 1 life, but still represents a threat to Thomas, who is only on 1 health at the moment, 1 life. But no Dawn Up here. But with the Bonnie effect, we'll always have a Dawn Up if he chooses to. So Thomas swings 5. Thunder taking his first life off the game. It's not banished or double attack, so he's very happy to just simply take it. Filling up his hand, maybe ready to deploy the Kid on the following turn with a larger grip, so it is able to stay alive. Thomas here, thinking through different lines of play, does have 5 cards in hand. Let's just swing a 5. Thunder, activating the Bonnie's effect. Getting one active done and resting one of the two Ezos. Choosing to counter with the Kitten Killer that was bounced. Thomas here plays down the Nami from OP 14, I believe. And plays down two of them, resting both the Bonnie on Mubai's board, as well as the Long. Thomas then attaching 2 down to the Ezo, making a blocker and passing the turn. Thunder, Mubai here, now untapping his whole board. Thomas staring down quite the offense. 6k, 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 and the 4k Bonnie. Still with 10 Dawn remaining. Thomas did develop 2 blockers as well as the Ezo that turn, so will be insulated from some of these attacks, but if you were to block with them, he does not really represent an offense on the clapback. So looking to be rather in the difficult spot. Thunder here, still with 10 remaining, thinking through what his Dawn allocation will be. Decides to put 1 Dawn on the carrot. Swinging 7, what seems to be at leader, and freezing this Momonosuke for the 4th or 5th time this game. Momonosuke, after coming down, essentially has not been active for a single turn, either being tapped down by the leader effect and carrot, or just being stunned. And from after the 7k swing, lost swing 7, Thomas recognizes he's unable to mount a comeback from this and extends the hand. So Mubai here going to 1. And yeah, for those who are at home, how are you doing today? Would love to know. If you were to be playing today, what decks would you be playing? Question that I'm rather interested in. Do let me know. Drop a comment down below, and don't forget, guys, keep these streams going. We love all your support on the stream watching right now. Please do drop a like, subscribe to us if you don't want to miss these streams that we do weekly. Players looking like they're going for game 2, checking out if there will be enough time. Should be, but for now, we will move to Perona for the vibes. Nice. Perona, definitely not a bad choice at all. Yeah, for the moment, we'll be muting the stream for a bit. You guys can enjoy the gameplay, and I will be back for round 2. RP Sugar or R. So red, purple Sugar or red, blue Vivi. Red, blue Vivi, very popular here, I believe. As will play Blue Nami, as is the kind of guy to play Blue Nami. I don't know if he's any good in the deck though. Sugar is definitely an interesting choice as well. Ramp into Shanks is definitely, still powerful. Players here actually playing their main decks, so Koby against Ace. So we'll, if you guys are interested, I could do a quick run through of this game as well while we wait for the next one. Yeah. So, on one dot, Mubai, Thunder, playing out the Izo, finding a Marco, passing the turn. Thomas here playing out Kuyaku on his 2 down turn. Finds. I am unable to see that card. Finds a card, a good card, hopefully, and passing the turn. Move on here on 3. I will not pretend I'm very familiar with Koby, but we will commentate. We'll go on the fly. Move on here, Thunder. Attaching all 3 Dawn, doesn't have another searcher to play. Swinging 9 into Thomas. Thomas takes, go down to 3 life. Now untapping himself at 4. Kujaku on board. If he does want to swing into Ace, we'll have to expand a Dawn, so we'll not be able to play his 4-drop character. So elects to tap 4 and play the mystery character, trashing the Koby, ideal, and drawing a Kuzan and what seems to be another Kuyaku. Passing the turn over. Right here on his 5 down turn, plays out the blue Yamato, drawing 2 cards and attaching a Dawn to his leader, enabling his leader effect to go active, swinging 7 at Thomas. Thomas here will have to expand 2 cards to counter out of this swing. Which he does. Doesn't want to go too low too quickly, and if he does accrue too many cards in hand, Ace is a blue deck and does indeed run pudding, so wants to avoid that playing into that at all. Thunder then passing has hit his 3/5 Dawn card on curve. Quite happy about that. And Thomas here on 6. Thinking through his options. Will not be able to play the powerful Helmet with the combo yet, as he is still short a few Dawn. Does tap 1, trying to look for more options through his deck. Playing out the Kuyaku. Showing, looks like to be a Hibari. Yep, just confirming with the players, huh? Yeah. Players just asking whether we're still streaming. Yes. Just play out the Hibari, the new Hibari from EBO3. Giving the Yamato -2. 1,000 power. Tapping 1 more to play Ace, Sabo, and Luffy, a 2,000 counter that's often found in red decks these days, as it does give a card -3,000. So Kujaku both Kujakus here being topped by Thomas to reduce the power of the Yamato even further. Hibari here with Koby's leader effect being able to swing into the Yamato Mubai. Lets it go. A lot of investment into that Yamato. Thunder not too unhappy, as he does still get the card draw off Ace's effect. And Thomas Waiting to the Izo. Does then swing 6 at the leader as well. Thunder decides to take. On this mystery card. Swinging again at ace. Mubai most likely will look at a way to get out of this swing. Counters with Diamond Jozu. 1K. Passing the turn. Mubai here drawing a card, going to his 7 down turn. Attaching 1, swinging 7 once again into Koby. Asking for 2 cards. Thomas not willing to give it up this time. Takes from life. Seems to be a secret Koby, of which he does have 1 in trash, but 2 cards in hand. Wants to wait to bin and get those in the trash as soon as possible. As I play Blue Nami, good deck, I'm just bad at it. Yes, all 3 of the statements are correct. Mubai here, playing out a Diamond Jozu for 6, returning the Izo to his hand, which is the reason why he elected not to pop it in the previous turn, returning the mystery card back to Thomas's hand, and simply passing the turn over. Thomas now with 8 down can finally deploy the powerful Yamato Koby combo if he does have it. Top 6. Plays Yamato. Discarding a Koby, drawing a card. Playing out the Koby from trash. Koby's effect. Attaching 2 to the Hibari, swinging 6 or 7. At life. Thunder taking that swing, using his leader effect to draw the additional card. Koby now swings what seems to be 9 at the 6K Jozu. Thunder here could choose to counter to save this Jozu on board. Does have quite the grip of cards in his hand, and would seem to be more incentivized to do so, as he does not get another trigger of the leader effect. Thomas with the last attack. No, not the last attack, sorry. With the helmet on board. Swinging 7 into the Jozu. Thunder countering with 2,000 counter. And Thomas swinging 6 at what presumes to be ace leader. Yumonabi. Is it not Heroine's tourney today? Yes, it actually is. But the players have already finished their Heroine's game with Thomas on green, yellow Yamato, Thunder on green Bonnie. Thunder has come out victorious. Now moving to 1-0, as you can see on our overlay. Thomas going down to the 0-1 bracket. We'll have to look to make a comeback. But players are just playing out their main decks as they do have some time to spare.
Yes, Koby.
Koby, yes. Yes, Koby. Yes, no problem.
Wait, what are you showing? Which heroines?
The players have finished the Heroines game, as someone in the live audience has asked,
Yeah.
and now they're playing just casuals.
As where are you?
as has been asked, where are you as? Noah is currently asking.
Well, can you ask Mo if he wants the Sanjis or not?
Yo, he can hear you.
Oh, Mo, do you want the Sanjis?
Mo, do you want the Sanjis? Yumonabi. No, he doesn't.
Nice. Thank
Nice.
you.
Thank you. No. JW, no. No, he does not. But yeah. If you're joining the stream recently, welcome, welcome. We are Spellbound Games. We host local events for One Piece every Monday and Friday at 6:30 on the dot. Tickets can be found on our website at spellboundgames.co.uk. And not only tickets, but a wide assortment of both TCG accessories as well as singles can be found for a multitude of games there, you know, including Riftbound, Flesh and Blood, One Piece, some Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, most games you can think of as well. And we do host events for almost all those games weekly basis. So just check us out on the calendar if you enjoy the stream so far. So we do stream a lot of our local events. Please do drop us a like and subscription. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you at the store. Who do you think will win it all today? What leader? Bonnie looks too good. I agree that Bonnie does look good. Not entirely sure who's gonna win it today, as I'm not too clear. I'm unaware, I suppose, of who is exactly on which deck. But I see some strong players on Bonnie. There's some Vivis out here. As I said earlier, there were quite a few blue boas, so a very interesting deck. But of course, my top picks would be blue, yellow boa, and green Bonnie. Those seem to be the forerunner of just straight up the most powerful decks at the moment. Unfortunately, we've missed quite a bit of the action from the game. Apologies to everyone. But you know, we're just enjoying the game. Blue boa into Bonnie seems good. Yes, that matchup is specifically extremely good for blue boa. You have a lot of removal. They can't really pre-deploy Tashiki, as it does just get bounced by the 4-cost law. And you do play a wider assortment of removal characters as well as events in Red Rock, Gravity Blade, 9-cost Mihawk, some people play 7-cost Dofi, Diamond Jozu, etc., etc. So Bonnie struggles to keep characters on board, and Boa may be able to build board as well as clear your board at the same time. No blue, yellow Namis in the house. Not too popular. I definitely see a couple. Like the gentleman here standing next to me. I'm not sure what he's on. Casey, what deck are you playing today?
Today it's like 32 player and we are playing on table 17 for the whole day.
No, but what deck are you playing today?
I'm even in the event.
Oh, yeah, I forgot actually. Casey has not made it into the event. Apologies. What deck would you play today?
Blue Nami for sure.
Blue Nami? Promo Blue Nami?
I wish it be prevent, but like, yeah, so close.
Yes, promo Blue Nami.
Wait, is it not in hearing event?
Yes, the players have just finished their games already.
Oh, right.
Yes. The third person that's asked me that.
Because it looks weird though, like.
Yes, it is indeed Koby versus Ace in Heroines.
So
And
weird.
as far as I know, those are not female characters. So, yeah.
Ace might be female. Once he's get executed, yeah.
Ace might be female.
Once
You heard
he
it here from
executed,
Casey.
Yeah, everyone heard it.
Yeah, heard it here from Casey. But yeah. Anyways, this game will be wrapping up quite shortly, as there's only 30 seconds remaining on the round. So unfortunately, we're probably unable to see this game close out. But players are quite close to finishing actually. So. Oh, so round has actually finished, and the pairings are up. So we'll move to a short intermission currently, and we will get back to you guys as soon as round 2 is ready. Han on the left and Jeremy on the right. So Han here will be on once again green Bonnie, as we saw from last round, piloted by Thunder. But Jeremy here on the right will be on blue yellow Nami. Apologies for that. Just getting the camera adjusted for the stream so you can get players' faces much, much better in view. Players here setting up their live, and we'll begin the game. So we did see Bonnie in the previous round take the victory, but this time the opponent will be a much more, well, let's say formidable leader in Blue Yellow Nami, which has recently won the Japan Championships. It was indeed in the OP15 format, but deck still definitely has some strength at the moment. Jeremy rocking the matching Nami sleeves as well. And Han matching his leader with the color of his sleeves in green. Looks like Han will start on one, playing out the Searcher Bonnie and passing the turn. Jeremy here on two will play out a Duval 2-cost blocker, so we'll be able to look at the top 3 cards of his deck and put them back in any order he likes, or bottom them, and he has elected to simply send them to the bottom. Not seeing anything that he is particularly interested in from that search. Passing it over. On 3. Just tapping 1 as well as the Bonnie to look at the top 5 cards of his deck. Further digging into his deck, maybe looking for an answer, something he specifically wants into blue yellow Nami. Still debating what he would like. Does have a few options there. 8-cost kid, as you can see, one of them, and does indeed elect to choose the said 8-cost kid. Rearranging his bottom 4. 2 down remaining. Most likely will leave 1 up to be able to tap a character if it is played down or played from trigger. Swing 6 at Jeremy. Does have the blocker and elects to immediately use it. Doesn't want it to be tapped down by the bonding leader effect. And simply gets swung at for very low power. Passing the turn, very wise. Lead done. Jeremy here, swinging 5 at the Bonnie. Clearing the search, the infinite value engine that unfortunately in the previous turn Thomas was not able to get rid of. And playing out a 4-cost marker from PRB2 on KO, drawing 2 cards with a 4-cost 6,000 power stat line. Vanilla stat line with an incredibly powerful effect seen in many, many blue decks. Simply being able to attack for above rate, block a leader swing, or when blocking, does refill your hand by 2. So staple in many blue decks here. But then passing the turn. Han here on 5 does see the Cavendish on curve, playing out the Cavendish, untapping 2 Dawn, again attaching 1, swing 6 into Jeremy, leaving the Dawn up, ready to rest any of Jeremy's characters or leaders if they were to swing with the other one. And Jeremy this time does not want to block with the Marco and let it go so easily, as it is a body that can get quite aggressive into Bonnie. Does take the life, does not hit a trigger, and passes the turn. Jeremy here on his 6th dawn turn, playing out a Nojiko into Pudding. Very, very powerful here. We need to return the Cavendish back to Han's hand with the Nojiko and then forcing him to mulligan it away, saying, I do not want you to have this card on board and I do not want you to keep this in hand as well. So shuffle your deck up and draw 5 random cards, please. Han here rather behind on board, with no real characters having developed, being developed as a result of that play, but it's still at a healthy 5 life, and will go back up to 6 cards after this turn if he chooses to. Sorry, we'll go back to 5 cards in hand right now, and depending if he takes or counters, we'll go up or down in cards as well. And here 5 cards seen from Han. We see a Drake, a Kid, a Rosinante, and card that I can't quite identify as well as a Searcher Bonnie, so not entirely horrible. He does have plays for the next turn, even if it's searching the Bonnie. He does tap down the Nami with Bonnie effect preventing a swing, and counters with the 2K X-Ray to stop himself from taking a life. So does not want to play further into any more puddings. Then Jeremy, quite happy with how the turn turned out, simply chosen to pass. This is Jeremy, the inventor of Zanji. Yes, this is indeed the man infamous for playing the weird off-meta decks. I'm doing quite well with Green Yellow Yamato in the past, but today he is currently on a meta deck for a change, which is quite interesting. Han here, on his turn, playing out the Kid and Killer, perhaps the card that was not identified by me from the pudding. On here, does have 5 down remaining, perhaps digging for a Cavendish. As if he did, most likely would have seen a snap take, but does take the Law and Beppo card, more commonly seen in Mihawk these days. What Law and Beppo does is, on play, you may arrest one of your opponent's character. Let me just get that card up for you, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it seems like after the Kid and Killer search, Han did indeed proceed to play a Search of Bonnie. We did miss his search, apologies. Then he did proceed to look like Swing 5 and play out the Bonnie, not electing to keep a Dawn up, as this Bonnie will, as seen in the previous game, let him get a Dawn active from when attacking. Yeah, Jeremy here on a Dawn clears the Searcher and then drops a massive, massive Gravity Blade onto Han's board, completely wiping it. Han with no character to speak of on his board remaining. The Gravity Blade actually itself did not hit characters that were too powerful, but considering that was all Han had on his board, it could prove to be quite backbreaking. And Jeremy, content to just swing out with the Marco as well as the Leader, both 6 and 6. Bonnie not running too many 2K counters, and as well as not being afraid of the Leader effect, as the Bonnie has been Gravity Bladed to the bottom of Han's deck. So Bonnie, green deck, and green infamously does have a lot of difficulties into blue with its non-KO character removal in events such as Red Rock, Gravity Blade, and cards such as 4 cost Trafalgar Law, which returns a card from that's 4 or less to your returns a card that's 4 or less to its owner's hand, with the cost being returning 1 card back to your hand. Often the infamous card seen in Blue Doflamingo, as well as Diamond Jozu. Yapping 3 cost Tashigi exists for a reason. Yes, it does exist, but if you don't have it, you don't have it. Why not just play Imu, you know? Just have inherent KO removal. Yes, Imu. No, maybe not in this format, but you know. And Tashigi can be difficult to search as well, since Bonnie does run, you know, supernova searchers largely. And yeah, we keep pushing on. Gunko is my favorite waifu. I will not even pretend to know who or what Gunko is. But we move back to the game. Han here. There we go. Speaking of Tashigi, Han here does indeed find the Eustace Kid, resting it into the Tashigi combo. So the kid now will not be removed by events such as Red Rock unless Jeremy is able to deal with the Tashigi first. Billy confirmed anime only. I actually do not read or watch One Piece. All the knowledge I have from this game is from the regarding the anime is from playing the game. So yes, I am neither anime or manga. No Don Kid. Yes, so Han here most likely did not elect to attach a Don Kid as well. He is really looking for those cards from his life. So, and he is not within quite striking range of dying yet. With 3 life, still quite a amount of cards. And Jeremy's board, while he has done an excellent job of removing Han's board, hasn't really been developed for almost 2 turns now. So Han here will most likely play around the kid. We'll have the Don of the kid for the next turn. But we'll like to just take some life for now. Jeremy here swings 6 with the Marco. Han with no Don up. Takes the swing. Jeremy from Nami's trigger effect. Opponent taking a life. He does get a draw. Jeremy here attaching another one to Nami. Very, very insistent on these 6K swings, checking Han for 2,000 counters. Constantly, Han does respond with a Apu 2K from his hand. Jeremy here playing out the Nami search event recently released in EB03 for the West. Unsure of what he got or did. Oh, he does grab the Nojiko. So another 2,000 counter and an option to return cards to send. And Jeremy here finally getting some board development out in the face of the kid. Putting the dropping the 8-cost Moria here, not the infamous black one, but the yellow one. Being able to put and recur the hog back to the top of his life. Further cementing his life lead, as well as developing a large body that can potentially swing into the kid for the next turn. Han here, now with the full 10 Don, does have the Lawn Beppo, I believe, to be able to freeze this Moria, but then will not have a Don available to put on the Eustace Kid on the defense, or will have, well, any blockers available unless he is able to play a blocker off this kid. So Lawn Beppo, maybe not what he's looking for this turn, but definitely is an option for the next turns. But Lawn Beppo here will stun what I presume to be the Gecko Moria, and as Jeremy does have a rested Marco, will push his lead up to 7k, maybe not needing the extra counter from hand. On here, first attaching to his leader, swinging 7 at the Nami. Jeremy counters with a Perona and then discards 1 of the Nami effect, giving Nami plus 2,000 counter for the turn. So plus 2k for the turn, apologies. So pushing it up to 7 plus the 1 Perona, which is 8. he's indicating that Nami has been pitched to with the Perona on the left of the leader. Han forgot to use leader. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if he had the extra Dawn or not. Perhaps that is the case. Perhaps he did misplay, but the turn has been passed and we move on. Han here, then attaching it down to the kid. Swinging 9. Jeremy takes the life, triggering the hog back that was previously in life to play at Perona from trash, freezing the Tashigi, which I suspected would not have swung anyways. And then he chooses to simply deploy another Tashigi as well as a Rosinante, leaving 2 down up, a blocker, and now a kid on board that Jeremy has to swing into. So Han here is essentially making himself an 8k leader. With Jeremy's board not being as developed as it could possibly be, with just one gecko that naturally could swing into the kid, could perhaps have a difficult time getting over it. But Jeremy here, on his own turn, with 10 down as well, does put 2 on the Moria, swinging 12 into the kid. Han will look to block that. Jeremy here looking to attach quite a lot of Dawn. So this is 8. Oh, Han here asking Jeremy if he could use the leader effect. Yes, he may have forgotten it. Jeremy being very, very gracious, allowing Han to take it back and instead swing what I believe to be the remaining Dawn he has. So that would be 8, 13 onto the kid. Han lets it go. Does not look like he was able to counter despite using the leader effect. And the Great Wall of Kid has finally been gotten over with just 2 Tashigis on board now. Just 4k characters. Does not look like Han will be able to mount much of an offense on the counter, while Jeremy does still have quite a few cards in his hand, as well as 3 whole lives. Here, Han having a think on what his best option of. Does seem to have dropped the Law and Beppo here. Unfortunately, we do not have an image of the card up for you, but Law and Beppo says that if your opponent has 2 or more rested, rest one of your opponent's characters, and if they have 2 or more rested characters, give your leader plus 2,000 counter. So he does indeed push himself up to 7k without the kid. Han here with the 7k leader does swing into Jeremy's life, and Gravity Blade is found in Jeremy's life, choosing to bottom deck one of the Tashigis. And Han with no Dawn up, no real play. Tashigi cannot swing at even the leader, passes the turn. Jeremy here with his largest character being temporarily frozen. We'll look to see how he can get over the 7k leader that Han does. While he only has 3 cards in hand, Jeremy here electing to first attach 2 to the leader, shooting 7, even to Han, but he does indeed take the life. Jeremy here not looking to push too much further on the offense, does just tap 8 all his remaining Dawn to play Moria to put the Perona back on top of his life. Han having a good chuckle as now he's facing down quite the board. 2 Morias, a Marco, Jeremy not even electing to swing with, as he, could not swing into the 7k leader. And then just passing the turn over, asking Han, does he have a response? Han does find the 1-drop money, paying 2 to search the top 5 cards of his deck. Does now finally find that Cavendish that was put back to his hand, as well as putting the way, but perhaps a tad bit too late now. And Han still, will still try to think through his turns, trying to see what are his outs for this game, and play to it as best he can. does find the scratch. I'm quite unsure what that card is. Seems to be a supernova. As well, Bonnie can only add supernovas. Doesn't seem too thrilled, but is a target. Bonnie at least did not miss, which was good. But I suspect he needs more than just not missing at this point. Han here, swinging 5 at Jeremy. Jeremy countering 1000 with the Duval. Deciding he does not yet want to block with the Marco. As that swing from the Lon Beppo is 11k, quite big. Now he decides to go for the block, drawing 2 cards. Still staying at 3 life. Very, very healthy. Han paying 6 to play a Trafalgar Law, returning the Bonnie back to his hand. And playing out a different Bonnie. And playing out another different Bonnie. This one a blocker, I believe, that will untap a Dawn when Jeremy does attack, trying to build up as many blockers as he can to try to get over and survive this turn. And Jeremy's got this in the bag. Yeah, I would agree with that sentiment where Jeremy does look like he's currently extremely favored. But never count Bonnie out. A deck extremely famous for surviving on simply 0 life. Jeremy here, untapping, tapping 4 to play his 3000 worlds, getting rid of the Tashigi, which I suspect a red rock may be coming next if he is looking to get rid of other characters. No, he does indeed play the Nautical to return the Bonnie back to his hand, so the 3000 worlds here is to prevent the Tashigi from being able to rest itself, to protect the Bonnie from this Nautical. Now without the Bonnie, Han will no longer be able to activate the one attacking to untap one of his Dawns to use leader effect. Jeremy here wisely realizing that Han probably does not have many cards or even counter left in his hand, and elects to just poke 5 by attaching a Dawn to the pudding, forcing Han to drop at least 1 card and able to counter this out, or forcing the block on the Law. Law here can block as Han is only on 1 life remaining. But will it be enough? On here, countering with the Bonnie that was returned to hand. Jeremy here playing the girl promo. One of the Mora is locked. Is it locked? I'm quite unsure. Attaching it down to his leader after swinging out with most of his board. Jeremy here swinging 7 with the Nami at face. Han takes, not electing to block with the Law. He does indeed block. With the Law and passing the turn, Jeremy here asking Han for the draw of Han taking a life as per Nami's leader effect. Oh, it appears one of Moria does seem to be locked. That's Jeremy did not attack with it. I must have missed something. Apologies. But Han here with only 2 real attackers on board. May be difficult for him to look to end the game. Oh, apologies. This is the Bonnie that's on the board. So 3 attackers on board, but with 3 live remaining. Han will need to at least 4 attacks to go through, but without the first one not going through at all, Han does extend the fist bump for game. Jeremy nodding with full of satisfaction as he does move to 2-0 and 1 game closer to the ever elusive Heroines winner promos that everyone here is fighting for. So yeah. Game 2 here, we do see Bonnie fall to Blue Yell Nami, piloted by Jeremy. He will be looking to carry this run throughout and hopefully be on the featured game by the final round. But keep watching, guys. Keep tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will be back very, very shortly with round 3. There is about 10 minutes left remaining on the round. And we'll give players time to wrap up their game. And yeah, don't go anywhere. If you guys are new to the stream, welcome in. We at Spellbound do host local events for every game. Well, most games that you can think of in the TCG space. You know, One Piece, Magic Commander, Flesh and Blood, Star Wars Unlimited, Riftbound as well. Yes, he did have Hody in hand, but any counter, any swing that is countered does mean that he just will not have enough attack. No, so he would have had 4 attacks, including the Hody, I believe. And Jeremy had 3 life. So if any of those attacks would have been countered, like the first one was, Han would no longer have enough attacks on board to end the game. So he decides to just extend the fist bump and call it there. But yeah, do check us out. We'll have singles, accessories, all your TCG needs as well as events. I'm available on our website, spellboundgames.co.uk. And yeah, from the stream, we'll hope that you do enjoy it. Don't forget to drop us a like. Subscribe if you do want to see more of Riftbound or One Piece. Put the wall up. Apologies, I'm not quite sure what you mean by the wall, but you can find quite a lot of information, product, events. But really all you need from this site on our website. So yeah, we will see you in display wall with all the cards and prices. That would not be pictured on the side, but we do have just all the cards there with the prices as well, so you can definitely have a look and shop around for singles. Don't leave us, Billy. Unfortunately, I will take a little bit of a break between rounds. Just 5 minutes remaining, so I will move to Kiari, also on blue yellow Nami. A mirror match here, just as it was in the Japan final. So blue yellow Nami clearly showing itself as one of the decks to watch out for this heroines format. Both players here stand up for the game. Jeremy, the gentleman, electing to just tap, not cutting Kiara's deck. Kiara looks like post mulligan. We'll not even look at her hand before setting it down. And both players will extend the fist bump, and we will move on to the beginning of the round. So, Jeremy with 1, Dawn, Alexa pass, no search attempt played, no search event. Kiari on 2 will not follow suit, does indeed find an event that she could play. We'll look at the top cards of her deck. Select the girl promo, bottom decks the remaining card, attaching one to the leader to be able to utilize the leader if leader effect if Jeremy is to swing, and passing over. Jeremy here on 3 Dawn will attach all 3, swing at Kiari, not letting her just counter out for not free, but just 1 card with the leader effect will force her to drop at least a card and a 2k to go to 9. Kiari then just taking the life and Jeremy passing over. Kiari here tapping 2, playing down the go promo she found from the previous turn, drawing a card. Having a quick think through what is in her hand, and we'll trash another go promo. Having them in excess isn't really what you're looking for anyways. It does use its effect to to attach the rest of Dawn to Nami leader, enabling the leader effect to always be live. Swinging 60 Jeremy, allowing him to just simply use the leader effect, pitching 1 to go to 7. And he does indeed so, pitching a Perona. Kiara here does have use for her last 2 Dawn. Plays Hiyori, taking a card from the top of her life into her hand, and then being able to stack a different card up there. Quite the deterrent for Jeremy to swing the next turn with information that Kiari has set up this life. And the Hiyori here does also indeed allow Kiari to draw a card as per Nami leader effect, as a life was taken while Dawn was attached. So Kiari just simply passing back over to Jeremy. Jeremy here playing down Nami, burning Kiari's life, getting a Dawn on that leader, and swinging 6 as well. The Nami here being able to sort of bypass the setup that Kiari had, as she had to just straight up burn the life back to her hand. But then Kiari just counters with the card that she presumably has stacked there in the Kikunojo. Kiari then on her 6th Dawn turn does play a Diamond Jozu, returning the Hiyori back to her hand. So bouncing the Nami back to Jeremy's hand, using the effect, the girl effect, attaching it onto her leader, and swinging 6 at Jeremy. Jeremy, once again, utilizing the leader effect, trashing the Marco for 2k counter instead of the 0 as it usually does have, and then begins his turn. Because Kiari here does seem to be quite ahead on the board development with both Girl and Jozu on board, but Jeremy here does have the higher life total, as well as the potential to burn another life if he chooses to, as the Nami is now back in his hand. Instead, just choosing to swing a clean 5. Carry using her leader effect as well, trashing another Kikunojo to move to 7k for the turn. Jeremy tapping 7, play the Robin, trashing his top life, healing 2, as well as drawing a card from a life being taken by Nami, and passing the turn. So Jeremy here definitely looking to just heal up, play out more of a battle of attrition, building up on life, not letting his characters getting taken. Perhaps might not choose to turn them sideways at all, and just passing the turn after essentially trashing 1, healing 2, and drawing a card, while developing a solid body as well. Kiari, on her 8th dawn turn, does she have the Robin as well? If she does have the Robin here, she can do the same as Jeremy, but in addition, be able to pressure 7 into 7 with both the Diamond Jozu as well as the Nami from the 1 dawn remaining, as well as the girl effect. Seems to be deliberating her options here. Likes to put 2 dawn on her leader. Swing 7 at the opposing Nami. Jeremy here for the first time this game has to really consider whether he wants to take or counter the swings, because this swing will not cost just 1 card but a second one as well. With 5 life, Jeremy suspect could potentially be pretty safe to take the swing. He's reevaluating his options. Does counter out. 6 dawn left. Yes, Kiari seems to have 6 dawn remaining. Diamond Jozu once again swinging 6. 7. Pressuring out. Jeremy again asking for 2 cards. Jeremy this time elects not to take it. Kiari here seeming to have more than 7 cards, so does not get the draw. Instead, with her 6 remaining dawn, plays out a Kuma, trashing another Diamond Jozu and healing up to 3 life. Both players finding ways to heal and maintain this battle of attrition. Well, Jeremy here on 9 dawn. Counting through his dawn, what is available, what can he do with his given resources? Decides to attach a dawn to his leader, swinging. Decides to swing simply 6 at Kiari. Very really deliberating on what she would like to counter it with. She instead does take a life. Jeremy not being to get the draw of Nami's effect due to having, I presumably, too many cards in hand. Curry here taking down to 2. Very interesting decision, as she could have very easily countered with just 1 card, and facing the Robin, it will be a much larger swing as well. Jeremy here attaching 1 dawn to the Nico Robin and swinging at Jozu, pivoting to board instead. Very interesting here. Kiari perhaps predicting this in advance and therefore wanting to save counters for her board. Jeremy, once again, after all, does drop another Nico Robin, trashing 1 life, healing 2, going back to 5 life. Does maintain quite the life lead again, while still managing to build the formidable board into Kiari. Kiari here seems like not having able to find her own Robin, or simply does not run it in her deck. Is struggling to match the healing that the Nico Robin has provided Jeremy these past 2 turns. So she's now in a 3 life deficit, but does have quite the grip of cards in hand, as well as 2 7k swings at least on board to be able to pressure Jeremy out. So let's see what she can do here. Jeremy here trashing a 3000 worlds to get his leader to 7k, but does need to also counter with the Nami to go to 8 from the 7 swing. With Josu, Kiari once again asking Jeremy for at least 1 more card with the 7k swing from the Kuma. Jeremy dropping the second Nami from his hand. Additional 1k counter, wanting to stay as healthy as possible against Kiari's onslaught. Tapping 1 from Kiari's hand, playing out the Otama card from OP13, very commonly seen in blue yellow ace, which allows you to draw 2 card and discard 1 from hand if your leader, if you have 3 or less life card. Ace starts at 3 or less life, so it's very easily able to use said effect. But here Nami also is utilizing it to maintain and cycle her hand. Kiari here, 6 on out of 9 remaining, does drop the red rock with 1 down already attached from the grow effect being used from Otama, as well as the remaining 3. Swings 9 at Jeremy. Jeremy does elect to finally take his 1 of 5 lives and seems to have hit a trigger. I'm not sure if he would look to activate it. It's a baby 5, 2000 counter. Allows him to draw 2 from trigger and decides to use its effect, fishing for more cards. Kiari passing the turn with 2 life. Jeremy again swinging 6. Simply asking Kiari, give me 1 card please for leader effect. She does oblige with the Silver Rayleigh. And here, once again, swinging 9 at the Diamond Josu, poking down at her hand first, and then pivoting to her board as he did in the previous turn. This time, the Robin swing is successful. 9 into 7 does work, and Jeremy, with his remaining 8 on, plays out the yellow Moria, recurring a Perona from his trash to the top of his life and passing. So once again, another heal coming up from Jeremy. He's looking to just maintain a life lead and then pivoting from between hitting Kiari's life into hitting Kiari's board. So trying to attack her on multiple fronts, but looking like he wants to eventually take over her board and win from there. Kiari, however, does not look like she will go down without a fight. Lots of cards still in hand. 10 down to work with. What can she pull off? Kiari swinging 7. Kuma into leader. Asking Jeremy for 2 cards once again. It does trash a pudding as well as a apologies, a Nojiko. Sorry, her name just slipped from my mind. But yeah, trashing a pudding for leader effect as well as another 2k Nojiko, pushing himself up to 9. Kiara here with her 8 Dawn taps 8 to play a OP03 Charlotte Katakuri. Not a card that is commonly seen these days, but definitely one if you have been playing the One Piece card game for a while, you will have seen. So, Katakuri on play does allow you to put a 8 cost or higher, or lower 8 or lower cost character from your opponent's board to the top or bottom of their life as you see fit. So, card very commonly seen in yellow stall decks or decks that do want to just regain life. In this case, most commonly seen in yellow NL or yellow Linlin Big Mom if you were playing when those decks were very much rampant. But in this case, Kiari sending down the Nico Robin, telling Jeremy she does not want to see this Nico Robin keep on pressuring her board. Nami swings. Jeremy has taken and played out the Perona. And looks like the turn has been passed. Apologies, we are a little bit behind here on the commentary. Jeremy here, attaching 2, swinging at Kiari. 7. Also, again, asking Kiari for 2. Kiari here does oblige. Dropping a Rayleigh as well as a 1k counter, going to 8. Moria swings. Kiari takes. Allowing Jeremy to draw a card. And another Moria is played from Jeremy. Once again, healing back up. I believe in the last maybe 4 or 5 turns, Jeremy has healed almost every single turn, maintaining his life total extremely high, as well as developing a 10k body, not something that can be easily overcome. Gary now on her own 10 down does have a Kuma and a Katakuri, but is staring down 2 Morias. So quite the challenge for her. Tapping 7 Dawn. Finally playing out her own Nico Robin for the first time this game. Taking her top life, trashing it. And then healing 2. Nami's effect drawing 1 as well. Going up to 2 life, insulating herself perhaps a little bit from Jeremy's Moria. Does activate the grow effect to attach one of the Dawn that was spent on the Robin to Nami. And then manually attaching another one. Swinging 7 into, well, what can only be Jeremy's life, as the bar is a 10k character, far, far too big for this swing. Jeremy, once again, asked for 2 cards, as both players have been asking each other for in the past couple turns. Does trash a hogback for leader effect and counters with another hogback, pushing himself up to 8k out of this Nami swing. Carry now attaching 2 non to the Katakuri, swinging into the Moria, perhaps identifying Jeremy may be low on chess counter after the swing into life, trying to pivot into board, but Jeremy says, no, I have seen through your tricks. I still have counter in hand to defend my board. Drops just another Nami. And with no Don remaining, Kiari does swing 7 from the Kuma at Jeremy's life, where he elects to take. Perona playing out a hogback rusted and passing the turn. Jeremy here untapping. Now with 2 5k characters on board and 2 10k characters on board, both Morias. We'll see if he wants to once again go with the strategy of just poking down Kiari's hand and then pivoting to her board. But here he sends a 10k attack. Not sure where he indicates the swing will go to. The Kiari is certainly having a think about whether or not she wants to defend this. So we'll be going at life. Kiari does choose to take it, finds a Hiyori. Jeremy drawing as the life is taken. One more Dawn attached to the Moria. 11k, Kiari does drop what seems to be 4 cards from hand to counter out this 11k swing. Showing Jeremy that, yep, indeed, I do have the counter that you're asking for. Making Jeremy reconsider about what could perhaps have been an all-in. But instead, he swings 9 onto Kiari's leader. He elects to take. 5 Dawn remaining. The next swing will be at biggest 10. But Kiari does just take it, and Jeremy finally goes all in with the hogback, and the fist bump is extended. Jeremy moving to 3 himself, waiting on his opponent. Jeremy is not his opponent. Please don't be fooled by the camera. It is currently focused on him as he is the next person down from the table. But yeah. Bav is currently rooting for Mix. No, Jeremy is not the one playing, unfortunately. The camera is currently focused on him as he is the seat next to the empty seat that is supposed to be Anna's. Money Mirror, quite the classic back from OP07, I believe, where the leader was released. Both players shaking, wishing each other good luck, or if it indicates something else, I do not know. But now, all right. So we do. Yeah, his hand looks wet. His hand does look wet because he has just been to the bathroom, Jake. And as a clean man, he does wash his hands. Wait, I have unfortunately lied. It is not a matchup between Bonnie and Vivi. Oh, focus is still on Jeremy. That's quite unfortunate. Let me fix that in 1 second. But no, Mix is actually on Vivi. Apologies. We are now back with the game after getting the camera to focus on MS. And yeah. Mix here, throwing out a searcher for 2, evaluating his hand. Looking to see what he wants, and is missing his 1 drop. Mixer taking the red Nami from EB03 and passing it over to Anez. Anez here, will you have anything to do on his 3-down turn? The Nami from EB03 can be seen here on the screen. And unfortunately, the camera is back on Jeremy. Give me just a moment. We will be able to adjust that very shortly. Unfortunately, our camera does not seem to be able to focus on Anes, so you will be seeing Jeremy on frame for the moment. So it's currently on Anes, and it's gone back down the table and back to Jeremy again. So unfortunately, you will be seeing a different Frenchman. Bismillah, indeed. Oh, and for those who celebrate Ramadan, Ramadan Mubarak, brothers. Hopefully you had a good iftar.
Built to be on camera.
Yes, he does seem to be built indeed on camera. But yeah, we'll just let the gameplay roll itself. We've missed quite a bit of gameplay, but you know, these players are just playing the decks. Enes plays a law, bounces a searcher, plays down a Perona. Mubarak, yes, Mubarak. Why is my boy MSR? Yeah, I think MSR dropped. I'm gonna be honest. A bit unfortunately so. No, not celebrate. Celebrate. Apologies. Carp, it's been quite a long day. I've been speaking for almost, well, over 2 hours straight now. And it does get quite tiring. But yeah, here, NS goes Vivi into Pel and Shaka. Pel and Shaka requires the leader to be active. And does indeed get the draw off it. Swings, NS uses Bongi's effect to tap down the other Vivi. Shaka and Pel swing seems to be going at the Cavendish. Cavendish goes down. And Mix here plays a Searcher Vivi, looking at the top 5 cards off his deck. Finding, not sure what he is choosing to find. But, choosing to find the 5 cost Blue Nami from OP11. On play, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck. And then put 2 to the top or the bottom at any order that you would like. And then simply passing the turn over, successfully removing a big body from board, as well as finding a card that he, well, seems to be happy to get and passing over. And as here, starting his turn with just a Perona and a Law. And as here, playing out a Law and Kid and Killer, and finding a 2k extra from the Search, looking to counter up as Mix's board is relatively wide.
We got Anis now. We finally got Anis.
Camera has indeed finally found Anas. Yeah, still thinking their turn. Doing his math, his calculations. Swinging 6k from the Perona, what seems to be leader. Mix countering with 2000. Law also swing 6. Yes, finally, everyone rejoice. Anas is finally on the camera. Mix then counters with a Chopper 2k. Then Mix swinging 6 as well. Mix counters with the Vivi and 1 card to stop it from being KO'd or removed. And then Anis plays down the Caribid, correctly assuming that this would be the case and stunning the blocker Vivi. Passing the turn over. Mix now scratching his head, wondering, what am I supposed to do here? Mix swinging with the Pel and Shaka. Anis using his leader effect, tapping the leader down to prevent any more of the either Nami or Shaka and Pel 1-2 combo comes down, as the leader is required to be active to get the draw of those cards. Mix then simply decides, hey, this card's kind of annoying. It does stun most of my board. So decides to play Ban Beckman to remove it. Simply just getting the trash off. And now swings once again 7 with the Nami at leader. And then swings with VV at Anis's leader as well. Anis countering with 2 cards, passing the turnover. Makes here successfully removing quite a good amount of Anis's board, both the Carrot as well as the Cavendish. as well as the loss has gone down. And Mix still with quite the wide board. And is here swinging 5. Mix counters with the very nice looking SP pudding. Perona swings 6. Mix counters out again. Both players seem to be very much enjoying themselves this game. Both at 3-0. Anna's here with 10 Dawn. Dropped the 10 cost Dofi. Freezing 3 of Mix's cards. So in this case, the Nami, Pashaka, and Leader, leaving the 2 VVs and Beckman up, and passing the turn. Anes, just one character developed on the turn, but it is quite a large one that has massively stunted Mix's offense. On the crackback, Mix again with his signature head scratch, wondering, what am I supposed to do into this? This Dofi is quite big. And it has frozen 3 of my characters. Not ideal. But does push on with 10 on. Does swing 5 and mistakes. And immediately has the response in the SP Shanks. KOing the Dofi. Very, very powerful play on the crackback. Essentially skipping over Anis's turn while developing a board and getting a card out of his head. Vivi swinging in as well, asking Anis for another card. Oh, apologies. It is Anis's turn. He does swing with Perona. Vivi has blocked, countered 1. And Anis has swung 1 with money as well. Mix is countered. Another Dofi comes down. Stunning the VV leader, Ben Beckman, and Palanshaka. But this does leave Nami and Shanks still up. So does Mix have another Shanks in response to this? Another Shanks, I suspect, would be the nail in the coffin, the absolute blowout against Anis. But from his hand, does not look like he has it. So Anis here, with still a healthy grip of cards in hand, quite insulated from a few of these attacks. Perhaps not the Shanks, as it is swinging for a very, very large number. Both players still having a good time discussing, chatting over what the potential plays could be. That Shanks was the perfect answer? Yes. That Shanks did look like it was backbreaking, but Anis managed to follow up with a Dofi to stall out the game even further. Both players seem to be taking their good time. Still plenty of time left in this round. And the game should be coming to its closing stages relatively soon. So, Anis not pressuring Mix to make a move, and Mix certainly thinking over his options. But if he plays any slower, I will request him to make a game action. He has just received a warning from the judge personally, in this case me, to make a game action. And therefore he has hurried up and played out a Pel and Shotgun Pel. And decides to pass, not swinging with the Shanks, maybe perhaps fearing another Dofi coming down. Chain stunning his board. We have just a quick chat with the players, where Mix has explained to us that he has chosen not to swing with the Shanks just in case and develop ward, as he is scared of Annis tapping the Vivi blocker and going for lethal, which is a fair assessment of the game. Where the Perona swinging 6, Mix does take it, seeming to not have too much counter in his hand. Fortunately, Annis here, if he finds a way to tap this Vivi, may just have the win on his fingertips. And as you can see in his hand, there is indeed a Law and Beppo, which could tap this Vivi and make his leader 7k. So if Mix did not find counter off that swing, may be in trouble. Annis, on the other hand, many cards. Mix, not so many cards. Just 3. Annis here could just look for the Law and Beppo to freeze either the Vivi or the Shanks if he's looking to play a little bit more safe. Does top 10. Playing out Law and Beppo to freeze the Shanks. So he's chosen to play more defensively overall, tapping down and freezing the big character on the board. And proceeds to swing a 7. At what I think to be Mix's place. Mix then takes the life. Dofi swings. Mix then does what he's been doing the whole game. Now he will block with the Vivi and trash a card to save it. So keeping this body on board. And he's here with 2 life, quite a few cards in hand, 7k leader. But may be forcing Mix to go for game, as Mix is currently on 0 life, and anything that could tap out his blocker will most definitely lead to lethal. So Mix here evaluating his hand one more time just to see if there's any possible way he does survive if he does not choose to go for lethal. Both players just having a good laugh at each other. Mix attaching to, swinging at Helen Shaka, and as does activate the Kitten Killer when attacking to untap one of his Dawn. Does count through his counters in hand, see if he has enough to survive the swings that Mix may bring at him. Mix here swinging with the big yes character in 8k first in order to get the most value before it is tapped down by Bonnie's leader effect. But it's swinging 10, and Annis will require 2Ks, or a total 4,000 counter to be able to get through. Countering this swing may be expensive, but with very few attacking options left, could just prove to be game. So Anna's here, choosing to counter out. Counting out 4k counter on the 10k swing into life as he is a 7k leader. With 2 cards left in hand.
Guys, I don't know why, but this man, Annis, he plays the brickiest decks, always has counter. Always.
Always. That's a
Always.
So seems to be like
What?
no, he seems to. Noah here is suggesting Anis is now a changed man. It used to be he played cards decks with counter and ended up with no counter at all.
Yeah, because he realized that he can still draw the counter anyways.
Yep. So Mix here goes for an AK swing. Anis elects to take it.
Bro,
One
this
life
guy,
left.
This guy has like 15k counter in hand.
Well,
Yeah.
sorry for the spoilers.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yeah, nah, I mean, you can see their hand.
Oh,
Unless when he plays, literally like shows you his hand. He needs
yes.
to fix that habit.
Mix here, finally pushing for game. But Anis does indeed have the 2k counter remaining and proceeds to move to the finals of our heroine event. So congratulations here to Anis moving to the finals with the score of 4-0. And yeah, I'm currently being blamed for asking Mix to make a game action, but game's game. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that game. We do have about 15 minutes left before the final game has to be played. Table 2 currently is between Jeremy on Blue Yellow Nami, as has been featured on Stream twice, and Black Yellow Koala, quite the sleeper pick for this event, but currently undefeated. So hopefully we do see that on stream the next round. I'm personally rooting for Koala to win, but tell me at home what your thoughts are on the best decks and what we would like to see in the finals. If Koala wins, it will be Bonnie on for the 4 out of 5 games, but against Black Yellow Koala this time. So yeah, stay tuned. And again, don't forget to leave us a like, subscribe if you are, if you want to see more streams from Spellbound, not only One Piece, but Riftbound as well as all our other premiere events. Check out spellbound.co.uk for all your singles, accessories, event needs for all games. And hopefully we will see you in the store sometime soon in one of our events. Yeah, we will be right back very shortly after this intermission. But don't go anywhere. Our finals is coming up next. Right into the game. So Anis looking like he had gone first from Jeremy choosing to go second. Anis on 1 on pass. Jeremy 2 down, attach on 1 to leader after drawing also passing. Anis here on 3 down, swinging 5 into Jeremy. Jeremy counters with a Kikunojo using leader effect. Anis wisely using his 3 down turn to play out the Tashigi, stopping any future removal from Jeremy and passing the turn. Very solid first 2 turns coming out from Anis here. Jeremy on his 4 down turn does look to just swing 5 onto leader. Anis takes, Jeremy draws a card off the Nami. And a hogback is played for 4, passing the turn. Anis now untapping with 5 Dawn. Once again, just swinging 5. Asking 1 card, not committing Dawn as it's the same as Jeremy using his leader effect. On 5, Anis playing up Cavendish, untapping 2. 2 Dawn up. Just passing the turn over. Anis here on... Oh, sorry, Jeremy here on 6 Dawn. Evaluating his hand. Swing 5 to Bunny. And is asking how many cards in hand before he makes the decision whether to counter or take to maybe prevent Jeremy from getting a draw. Uses leader effect to tap down the hogback. Countering 1000 with another Cavendish. Cavendish does not work with 2 on board. So Anna is deciding to just get rid of the extra one. Jeremy here plays out a second hogback as well as Duval. Duval looking at the top cards of his deck and electing to send it to the bottom, not liking what he sees. Now Anis on his 7 Dawn turn. Playing out a 5-cost stun Bonnie. Freezing. Not quite sure what the indicated target was. Then swinging 7 with the Cavendish, untapping 2. And is once again swinging 7 with his leader, asking Jeremy for at least 2 cards if he wishes to keep his life healthy. And Jeremy takes both, pushed down to just 2 life, but now with a lot of cards in hand. Will he be able to look to heal? So with the indicator rested on, it looks like Anis has chosen to tap and keep one of Jeremy's Dawn down rested, so he will only have 7 on this turn, unable to play out that Gecko Moria on curve, but will perhaps just have the Robin, as we've previously seen, will allow him to heal back up to 3 life. And is here indicating the camera he's feeling quite good. So here Jeremy swings 5 with the hawk back onto Anis's leader. He rests 1 to tap down Jeremy's leader. And will look to counter out if he is able to. Chooses not to, allowing um, allowing Jeremy to draw, and is perhaps not quite fully reading what Nami leader does. Was a bit surprised to see the draw go through, but nevertheless we go on. Jeremy now swings with the hog back as well. Bonnie 1k counter was given, and Jeremy, as he usually does, sees the Robin on curve, trashing 1 life, now healing 2. Going back up to quite the healthy number of life at 3. And it's here. And is here still deliberating over what to do with his dawn. Carefully counting over, math can be a bit tricky with the Cavendish. He does indeed first play down the searcher, tap searcher Bonnie, checking over his options, what is available for him to grab. And grabs just another Bonnie. Cavendish swinging 6, untapping the 2 down spent for the Bonnie. 6 here presumably at the leader. Jeremy taking a life. No trigger. Deciding not to use his leader effect. Oh, unfortunately, he may need a long. Apologies, Nami does indeed need a Dawn on her leader to be able to activate it, so Jeremy did not have the option to trash from the 6k swing. Now, and is asking for 2 cards in addition with the 7k swing. Getting quite aggressive, forcing the Duval block. And is once again attaching 2 to his leader, swinging 7. Forcing Jeremy to take again. Now taps 5 to play a carrot to freeze a hogback, dealing quite the whiteboard with the 5 cost characters. And passing over to Jeremy. Jeremy now down to just 1 life, but many cards in hand. So if he is able to heal and get a Dawn underneath his character, will be essentially 7k for on the defense, trashing just 1 card out of the many he has in hand. But let's see, does he have the heal? Before that, he does have both Robin and Hogback and leader to attack with. We'll suspect he will swing with the Robin first into the Cavendish. And as with the 1 Dawn available, tapping down Jeremy's leader. And with the way he's been playing, I would not be surprised if Anas does indeed drop 2 cards here to protect this Cavendish and tries to push into Jeremy's life, if not the next turn, over the course of 2 turns. He has been quite aggressive as of this moment, so it makes sense that he's committing with the plan to stay aggressive and spend cards to defend his board. The Robin here will be open to be frozen by the carrot. If it does swing on the following turn. Jeremy attaching 2 Dawns to the Hogback, swinging in. Jeremy does... Sorry, Anis does just drop a 2k to counter. And Jeremy once again just simply healing up with a second Robin. Passing over. now with just 2 life instead of 3 as the previous turn, and Anis with an additional character. This carrot will be freezing that Robin. So the numbers of attackers Jeremy has in his hand, has on his board, will still be only down to 3, and with Bonnie's leader effect only down to 2. Bonnie, while playing aggressively with these characters as leader effect, still being able to mount quite the defense. Man is here going to the tank, thinking on all his possible options. Will he want to contest board? Will he want to push Jeremy's life? Many different outs he could go for. As we can see in hand, he does indeed have a 10 cost Flamingo, as well as an 8 cost kid. So it'll be very interesting in the options he chooses. Jeremy's entire board here could potentially be frozen with a 10 drop Dofi freezing 3 characters, double hog back in the leader, and the carrot freezing the remaining Robin. So Jeremy here, finally with the Dawn on his leader, will just trash a Gecko Moria in order to go to a 7k. And it's carefully reading over the hogback. And does indeed choose to deploy the 10 cost Flamingo. Swings Cavendish into what I presume to be the leader to not trigger the hogback on KO effect. Attaches 1 Dawn, swinging 7k at Nami, forcing at least another card, but freezing the remaining Robin that was not frozen by the Dofi, and now goes for the search of the Jewelry Bonding Searcher. I'm leaving no Dawn up as Jeremy only has 1 character remaining, so if it swings, there's nothing to tap down. So utilizing his Dawn to the maximum potential. Jeremy now, on his turn, did not have it to take. Anis did say that he was playing perhaps a bit too greedy, but we will see as this game progresses. So Jeremy now, not losing a life this turn, so perhaps being able to prolong and heal into additional searches. Greedy with the search, why? I mean, there's no second target to tap, so Bonnie leader effect perhaps doesn't really do anything here. Perhaps what he is thinking about his search options and what he should have taken instead. Jeremy here will decide to swing the Robin, thinking about what his targets would be. Most likely this will be going after Cavendish. No, he decides to go into life. Here. Going to life here suggests that Jeremy does want to speed up the game. Does drop the Nojiko to bounce the Cavendish back in the... What's his name? The... Tashiki back to Anis's hand. And from that does drop a Gravity Blade to... Does indeed get rid of most of Anis's board with that blade. And Jeremy here looking like he is mounting quite the comeback into this game, taking back board entirely. Both players discussing on whether Anis will get the draw. Apologies, the camera is certainly centered on Gonzo, who is at table 2. But there is a game to play, and I will continue commentating. Unfortunately, the camera will not be fixed for this game. But Anis here, after his board, getting completely, well, not completely, essentially very much wiped by Jeremy. We'll look to see how he can rebuild this turn. And is thinking over his options. Does look rather flustered after this logical into gravity blade play. Now looks like he will swing the Doflamingo at Jeremy's life. No trigger, still 10 down remaining. 5k was countered already by trashing a Nico Robin. And Ennis decides to end his turn with a Law and Beppo, freezing one of the Robins and passing the turn over, pushing his lead to 7k. Jeremy here with 3 characters on board. Definitely can't put on the pressure this turn, but we'll have to invest a good amount of Dawn. For every 5k character or leader, he will need to put 2 Dawn on to be able to swing the equivalent of 7 onto Ennis' leader. But perhaps maybe trashing the Robin instead of holding it for this turn could have been a idea that may come back to haunt him, as Robin here healing up to 2 life again, with Ennis only having 3 real swings on board, and Jeremy still having quite a good amount of cards in hand. Does look quite attractive, but I am not Jeremy and I'm not in the final, so I would not dare to say what is or what is not the correct play, especially for a deck that he has built and constructed and taken to 4-0. So both players really taking their time thinking about all the possible plays. Jeremy doing some arithmetic, perhaps looking at seeming things to look at his trash, perhaps looking to drop a Gecko Moria, healing 1. So he does opt to put 1 Dawn on the Robin, swings 9. And it takes going down to 1 life. Jeremy gets the draw. Does find the Nami searching it. Perhaps what he is looking for. Putting 1 down on the leader. With 8 down left, perhaps looking very much telegraph as a Moria play. And Moria does indeed come down. Tapping out fully to 8. Putting the kick counter back of Selfless Life. This, I believe, allows you to do a cycle. Jeremy just looking to stall out the game even further and passes over to Ennis. It's 5 months until you get it. Just making jokes with Jeremy here that we will take about 5 or 6 months to deliver his promo if he were to win. And he seems to be taking it quite well. Everyone having a good laugh about the joke. But the games are winding down across Spellbound. 15 minutes left on this round. And it's swinging 10k at Jeremy's leader. Jeremy would like to take. And he's swinging now 11k with Lawn Bubble onto Jimmy's leader. Jeremy considering countering out, so trash is 1, going to 7. 2k, 9. 2k, 11. 1k, 2, 12. Leader 7k for the turn. Anna's nodding.
Noah got his.
So Anna's checking really, really heavily on what he will be able to have to face, what potential cards has Jeremy already countered with.
Mix, you can make. Zero Gonzo, everyone. See you. Yeah, see ya.
And is really, really taking his time to think this through. Quite the important decision, as this is most likely either his last turn of the game, or Jeremy lives, or his last card in his hand. Could go both offensively and defensively. He could play the kid here to try to stall the game for another turn. He will have to try to math this out. Seems like he's deciding with a dice roll and goes with the kid. Okay, decision has been made. Kid played for 8. Bonnie searching 1. Does find a 2k counter. Attaching 1 to the kid, playing out a kid and killer. Does find another 1k counter. Passing the turn. So, no. So, no 1, no Donna, but with the kid and killer. And as we'll be able to have a Dawn remaining, this finals is coming to quite the tense ending. And there's a lot of you guys here to witness these final few turns. So Jeremy here plays a searcher event. Does find the killer red rock off the top. It looks like that was all that was written for Annis, unless he could get some miracle draw here. Moria coming for 10k. Jeremy looking as if he had found the winning line. 10k into leader. And it activates the Kid and Killer. Tapping down a Robin. Jeremy swinging 8, 5, 5. Now 7. And was 1k off. 1k off winning. And our winner for the first our game today, our locals today, first Heroines Cup event at Spellbound Games. Don't forget to check us out on all social platforms. Check our website out, www.spellboundgames.co.uk, for all your TCG needs, events, locals, accessories, cards, singles, the whole lot. And we will look to see you next time, most likely this Friday when we stream regular locals. But if you're interested in Riftbound, we will be live on Wednesdays as well. And yeah, that is it for us today at Spellbound. We'd like to wish you a good night and hopefully catch you sometime soon. If not on the stream, hopefully in the store as well. See you.